Pellissippi State Community College says the data of more than 200 current and former students may have been compromised. The college says an unauthorized user accessed a college email address which had access to the information of 222 people. That information includes names, date of births, driver's license numbers, and full or partial social security numbers. The college believes it was an isolated incident and is offering free credit monitoring to those impacted.
Tennessee basketball